DevStream 165, chat. Echoes of Veilbreaker date. We have Lua's Prey, not sure what that's about. Duviri and crossplay updates. Crossplay updates. Oh shit. Okay. Here we go. I need coffee. Sorry about that.
And
Hello, everyone! Welcome to DevStream 165. Thank you for being here. Thank you to the couch for being here.
oh,
No problem.
She was talking to the couch.
Oh,
Talking to the couch.
not the people on.
Yeah, Kratos from God of War frame.
this is how I look. I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, that's how you look every day?
Yes.
It's natural.
Never mind, I have no coffee.
By the way, yep.
Venti!
What sign?
Side. Do you plan on looking that way when you talk?
Oh, hey everyone.
I hope he does.
I've never done it.
So we have God, the God of War. Oh, Sheldon's back.
Prime time included.
Oh wait, no,
Might win
Sheldon.
the costume of the
I don't know.
year.
Isn't
Might
Sheldon
you?
now working on
Of the
Soulframe?
decade.
I don't remember.
Of the decade.
Perfect. Okay.
Welcome to the stream. We are doing a little Halloween stream just because it is Halloween on Friday.
And
so
is Rebecca
this is the
cosplaying
time
as
to
someone
do it.
from One Piece?
Sheldon really went all out.
Or am I wrong?
Yeah, I'm. Well, I've got the shirt. I've got
You've got the Quest to Conquer Cancer
Yeah, the
shirt.
Quest for Conquer Cancer. So I'm the Quest for
best.
Conquer Cancer guy.
I love it.
Oh, it's just
That's
Steven
your
Jeff?
costume? I'm the Quest to Conquer Cancer guy.
No, I thought it was.
You've been this whole time. You are the face
I think it's
of Quest to
Hal.
Conquer Cancer.
Genshin
I
crossover
mean,
in the
you've seen it all.
future. Okay, I made a short video a while ago, but it'd be pretty hilarious if we have a Genshin crossover, because keep in mind, we have an entire planet that has Paimon, Morax, and Baal as mission points. As in, actually Paimon, Zhongli, and A. Their mission points. Their mission their mission points in, I think it's is it Pluto or is it Neptune? I can't remember. But we have those points. So surely there's going to be a Genshin crossover. Copium. A is Baal.
Yeah, it's
or
Love it. I love
Beelzebub.
it. All right, guys, welcome to the stream. We are going to do a little bit of housekeeping before we jump
She's
into
Baal.
all of the things that we have going on today. First,
Baal.
Twitch drop. We do have a AMP Arcane adapter. You'll notice a little
Oh.
familiar theme here, as we do have a Gift of the Lotus alerts going live later.
Oh, yeah, I need to do
Secondary
I'll
Arcane
need to do
adapter
Gift
and
of the Lotus
Excellence
afterwards.
Weapon adapter. So it's a bit of an adapter day, if you will.
The best type of day, the adapter day.
Adapter day.
Yeah.
Nice adaptation.
I can't even run with that. I'm trying.
There's no runway. Okay, it's adapter day.
Adapter
Secondary
day.
Arcane
You need to know.
adapter
So what do you
and
do,
Excellence Weapon
exclamation
adapter
point
for those playing at
Don't
home.
ever do that.
Could
You haven't
spell
done it yet.
adapter?
Go.
Is it A or O?
ADAPTOR.
Adaptor?
Adaptor. No, instead of adapter.
There's also no
don't know?
two T's, but
It's a writer.
proud of you. We also have giveaways on this stream, some Platinum and a Revenant Prime Access, our latest and greatest Prime to grace us. And perhaps we'll do some extra Revenant Prime Accesses. Time will tell, but let's do some introductions on the couch before we jump into anything. Let's start to my left.
Well, start to my left. Pablo's not feeling well, couldn't make it. So
Aw,
in his
Pablo,
place,
we miss you.
we have a very
F's in
articulate
the chat for Pablo.
Saga for all of our needs. And then I will be Rebecca Ford for the day.
But are you?
But am I?
Are you?
Do you know what I'm dressed as? We'll see.
That's what I want to know.
Yeah, how many
I
people
don't
are going to
really
guess it?
I'm surprised you don't know.
It is a gender
children.
bent.
I'm not surprised you didn't know.
I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, we're gonna talk Warframe. Lots to tell you, community. So get comfy, sit tight. I have a whole grimoire full of notes.
A
So-
very old
From
grimoire.
Damn.
2019.
This actually was the last notebook I used before we closed for COVID, and it is a little sad to go back. I'm not gonna lie. It's a little bit of a heartbreaker, but we must take our heartbreak and turn it into
Chat is
heartwarming.
guest. You are Howell.
Yes.
You got it.
We were in a. Who are you? You're Hal.
Hal, for Howl's Moving Castle.
Also, it really is
Howl's
Hal.
Moving Warframe, which we'll talk about today.
We will talk about it.
For real?
Lots of moving parts. My name is Megan Everett. Nice to see you. I am Venti from
Are you Zelda?
No! Venti from Genshin Impact. And who are you?
I'm Eric Vetter.
He's Venti as well.
Kratos, better.
I'm Kratos, Kratos' brother.
Okay.
Oh,
Wow,
this
he's
dude.
an artist.
Okay.
How I adapted
Yeah,
that?
yeah,
Okay.
that's a good.
Oh.
Yeah.
Sheldon, I'm
Okay, cool.
I'm Yuku.
Yuku.
I'm the Quest to Conquer Cancer guy.
Yeah. I can't even say
QTCC
it.
guy.
Yeah, that's me.
Speaking of Sheldon, can
Mm-hmm.
you read the tiny text at the top to see how much we've raised so far?
We have raised
No shot he's going to read that.
$88,504.56.
Sheldon! Wow!
Wow.
This is the good vision guy.
Wow. He's got your contact lenses in today.
There we go.
Quest to Conquer Cancer. It is our finale next week. It's the final week this week.
I don't have
Monday,
any
we a
Halloween
big
costumes
finale
now.
stream starting at 10 a.m. until 6 p.m. We're going to be streaming all day with some really awesome Warframe creators. The community team is going to join as well, and we're just going to hopefully blow it out of the water. We're trying to get $100,000 this month for October for Quest to Conquer
We
Cancer.
are very close.
We have the incredible floof over there, the Sawgoth floof that you can purchase in-game. Well, actually, you purchase it in the merch store and get an in-game one if that is what you want to do. We got blankets, we got pins.
He looks edible.
And angry.
Edible and
An angry round boy. An angry round boy. You can do exclamation point merch if you would like to check that out. And then exclamation point donate if you would like to donate towards the Quest to Conquer Cancer campaign. Like I said, October is very quickly ending, and hopefully we can get to $100,000. So thank you for everyone who's donated so far, and appreciate all the ones to come as we round out the month of October.
Oh.
You should go to
Dean, would you like to
Glow
go to
Man
my
because
gameplay?
you're practically glowing right now.
Wow, would you
Okay,
like to?
thank you.
So our next tiers
Oh,
for
right.
the
The,
Quest to Conquer
is that the
Cancer
ephemera?
include some
The flowers
cosmetics.
ephemera?
And currently the 90,000 one that we are almost unlocked is the shoulder ribbon, the Conquera shoulder ribbon.
Oh.
That's awesome.
Oh, it's got little dangles.
It's got, and it matches the, kind of hard to see with the ephemera,
Wait,
but
wait.
I do have the
Toggle
last
green
year's
screen?
Conquera chest
Hello?
ribbon
What's
there as well,
that?
just kind of putting the collection together. So we
DA?
have the ribbons that are going to be unlocked
What's this
at
toggle green
90,000,
screen
and
button
then
that
we
I'm
have
seeing
the
here?
Beautiful ephemera that will be unlocked at 100,000, and this will be given to everyone via inbox at the end of the campaign. So everyone can use their Conquera collection and show
Pog?
off the amazing work that you've done this.
So we have to hit 100,000.
Even
Gotta hit
easier
100,000.
capture
This is good.
Can you
shenanigans?
go through and give it some fashioning?
Are you ready?
I think so. The attachments for the
Oh,
Damn. Okay.
Ooh, a little mossy moment.
Yeah. It's, okay.
Oh.
Wow.
Mossy
All right.
You
moment.
like a mossy moment?
A mossy.
Oh,
Oh, that's so cool.
little mistletoe. Okay. Sorry.
Oh no! Oh,
Christmas Megan has
Christmas
man.
Megan has shown.
Guys, it's like 8 weeks away. Okay.
Don't even
true.
say that
Get
out loud.
shopping.
Let's pass
Love it.
Halloween first.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. Anyway, default colors. But we have to reach 100,000. So exclamation point donate if you are able to
So
donate.
100K
If
will
not,
get
thanks
us
for
the
being here.
ephemera.
Your presence
Okay.
is present
Is
as
that
always.
bar live?
Yes, it is.
Okay, cool.
It will update as things
we go.
happen. If anything happens, we'll know.
All right, awesome.
We hit 90, we'll know. Because we'll see it. Well, you'll see it because you're the eyes.
Okay, I got it. I'm on it.
Your
Eyes on
Hawkeye
the prize.
Sheldon. That's what we
So,
call
oh,
him.
boom! It just
Boom.
moved.
805.
It is going as we're talking. Awesome.
Beauty.
Love to see it.
Cool,
We'll keep an
cool,
eye on
cool.
that as the stream goes on. All right. You can cut away from that, Dean. I am finished with that. Let's talk about our next update. We did make a post in the forums about what you could expect in October. We did some hotfixes and such at the beginning of October, and then we posted saying we were going to go a little bit dark on hotfixes and updates because we were gearing up for our next one, titled Echoes of Veilbreaker. Echoes seems to be a theme here, Reb.
Yeah, we're doing a cadence now where we drop a major-ish update that has things that we know we're going to need to follow up with some code changes or even just revisions. We always are, well, not always, we're trying to get into that habit of major update and then an Echoes update just to either expand upon some ideas and concepts from the original. We did it with New War, we did it with Angels of the Zariman, and now we're doing it again with Veilbreaker. So Echoes of Veilbreaker is coming soon, and we're going to talk about what's inside of it. So we can, maybe we'll even play some, Meg.
Well, speaking of coming soon,
Oh,
shall we announce the date?
Coming
the
soon.
date.
I believe Dean has an asset ready to go. Coming November 2nd, which
Whoa.
is next week on
Oh,
all
right. Yeah, that's right. We're going to get some
November
new
6th
bosses
next week.
for
That's next week. Don't even say it
the-
out loud. Just don't do it. It's
for
not
the
worth
call
it.
missions.
It's almost Christmas.
It's not worth it.
November 2nd,
Merry
next
Christmas.
week. Echoes
Wait,
of Veilbreaker
oh-
is coming.
oh, God.
All.
Oh no. Do you know what's also coming November 2nd, chat? Genshin 3.2. You mean to tell me that Echoes of Veilbreaker is coming at the exact same time, well, almost the exact same time, as the Nahida update for Genshin? Oh no. See, that's the thing. When I'm playing these two games, I want it to be that Warframe updates come out during the downtime of Genshin updates, and Genshin updates come out during the downtime of Warframe updates. That way, I will preferably not have that moment where I'm like, I've got nothing to do. What should I stream? Just randomly play Overwatch with friends? What if they're busy? What else should I do? But, okay, that's fine. Whatever, it's fine. God damn it. Okay, let's do this. With regards to this video coming out on YouTube, because I'm probably going to put this out on YouTube, I might actually have this video come out on Wednesday, which is November 2nd. So it might come out, like, if Ghastly House is correct, it might come out a day before the update comes out. Whatever. Just roast viewer builds for the stream. I don't know.
Platforms. Now we want to talk
Solo
a little
Mercy
bit
main
more.
unranked
We did
GM.
talk about it a little bit last stream, but we want to
So
talk a little bit more.
I'm actually more of a
show little
Diva
bit
main
more
now.
as to what you can expect. One of the most important things to
I actually
know,
have a
and we
much
did
better
note this
time
in the
playing
forums,
Diva now
is
that I play
it is
Mercy.
a cert build.
I don't know why.
And what that really means.
I really like Mercy, but for
layman's
some
term,
reason I
guess,
both
is-
like and am good
it
at
is
Diva.
certainly Grados.
It is certainly Grados.
Certainly Grados.
Killing it today. I love it.
Fast travel
One of
to
the most
Carl's
important things
Garrison.
about a cert build
Wait,
is
what?
It allows us to put code fixes and changes
Fast travel to Carl's
Garrison build. So things like
travel
that
to
would be
Carl's
fixed
Garrison?
in Echoes of the Veilbreaker is fixing the Felarc dual
What
mode
does that even
chamber
mean?
and mounting momentum evolution.
It's just
3
outside your
perks that
ship.
are not working. That is a code fix that we wanted to get in this
Right?
build.
Oh,
It will
no.
be in this build on
Oh,
our
no, if you're not using
platforms.
Drifter's
Things
Camp,
like
it's probably
that
not a
required
fun- it's
code
not as
fix or
simple, is it?
change Can be put into a cert build and
As
given
someone
to
who
you.
runs
And
Drifter's
it's
Camp
also
all the time,
possible
it's
some
easy enough
crossplay
for me to get
fixes
to Carl's
require code.
Garrison, but
Who knew? So maybe
If
that's
you
an
don't,
important
I guess
part
you don't,
of
right?
things.
Maybe fixing look link, which is top of my list.
Oh, that's actually, maybe we should keep that broken. We can save other platforms from
This problem.
That's
this
rude.
problem.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's rude. People need to see my
Well,
fashion.
you said Christmas
on
is 8
Xbox.
weeks away.
I did. I did. Give it to me now. But yes, we do have some cross-platform play fixes in there, some stability fixes as well. We'll talk more about kind of the summary of how cross-platform play is going in a bit, but let's jump back into Echoes of Veilbreaker. Top of that list there is the Venkra Tell and Sprague fights, which we have talked about before. We've shown that art that doesn't actually exist. We've done it all. But now we have actual art. Let's just get rid of this and show the nice little zoomed in version, shall we, Dean? Oh, baby, there they are.
oh, there they
The
are.
sisters.
Yes, we've taken some artistic liberties. They don't coexist in the same level.
They do not, but we're still taking artistic
We
liberties.
always do. Every time we show these characters, we have to give some context. But yes, yeah, I don't know how much you want to talk about this.
No.
We're going to show some
I'm not
stuff.
into Persona at all.
One hammer.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we're going
More
to show those
sisters,
as
more
well
sisters.
as cosmetic.
Hey, Mattis, how's it going?
But it is important to note for the Venkra and Sprague fights, currently, as you know, on public, these two gals exist in the Void Sabotage mode. That mechanic itself is not being touched. Their meshes are going to be updated to their new and improved look, but these new boss fights, per se, are going to be within Call's Break and Armor missions, so you're going to be able to experience them individually in their respective missions. So I do believe, if I look at my notes here, we got Venkra. She's going to be in the Prison Break mission, and then we have Sprague hiding out in the Junk Run mission, and these are going to be optional. You don't have to fight them if you don't want to.
Yeah, I think generally speaking, with Echoes of Veilbreaker, which is this update that's coming, we did take a look at the call challenge loops. You know, getting your cred from the, or I guess your from call store when you're going for all of your call, you know, tokens to do your shopping in a store. There's basically two ways that you can get them. There's those sort of scavenger-based ones, and then there's complete without dying.
Right.
What we're going to do with Echoes of Veilbreaker is we're going to just shift things into a little bit more of a convenient way for you to play based on feedback. So things that require you to find, 5 of X item. Not only is it cumulative, so if you find 3 in one mission, that'll carry over to if you do it again, but we're also going to oversupply. So say if you have to find 5 of something, we're going to put 7 in the mission so that you have a little bit of margin for error within that one run. And then we're going to be adding a bit more combat-focused challenges as well, so that there's not too many that require you to scavenge. So sort of in summation, what we're going to be dealing with is these optional boss fights, which could also be challenges for you. So instead of something like
she's cosplaying Hal.
Things, one of them might be help Venkra. So you would go do this combat thing. So a little bit more of a combat focus. We're adding more, we're oversupplying the challenges so that you can, you don't necessarily need to backtrack, and it's cumulative. So it's going to just be a little more comfortable for people. We still intend for you to do the challenges overall, of course, if you want to earn the standing to shop with Chipper. And then actually one other thing with Chipper is if the Archon hunt defense missions, you have your little operative there. That operative is actually going to be Chipper now with some new VO and dialogue as well. So we're
going to be defending Chipper now.
We added for Veilbreaker.
There you go. And we're going to show a little bit of the Venkra fight. I'm not going to show it all. Dean, if you'd like to go to my
Here we go.
computer. Now,
okay.
a little bit and fast
I did not
traveled
expect
to
that.
this section. By this point, you should have a couple brothers with you if you are, in the family.
Yeah, if you're breaking veils.
If you're breaking veils, you should have a couple brothers with you. I don't. And they are kind of crucial for this fight. You're going to need some brothers for this fight. So we're just going to show a little bit of the beginning and how this is going to play.
You hear
out.
that, chat?
Again,
We're going to need some brothers to
optional.
fight them
Sorry.
sisters.
Whoops. You got it.
Put me backwards.
Classic Genshin moment.
Classic Genshin. Now, if you were wondering, what would Call feel like as a sniper?
He only has one eye, so you
He
gotta.
only has one eye, and there she is, Venkratel with her sniper.
Oh boy.
And now I get
that's
to
so dope.
sniper.
Oh, Sniper Wars.
Oh, where'd she go?
Not like the others.
That's so cool.
It's harder to aim though with that one eye.
Oh, actual Sniper Wars.
Oh, no.
Oh, shit.
Hey, you're letting Call get hit.
Don't worry.
Nope, no hits. Oh, there we go. There's
Oof.
The drop off. You gotta do the drop. Should we do blunt versus blunt?
Okay, all right.
one. Here we
Blunt
go.
versus
Okay, this could be very
I
interesting.
don't think he's there.
Can you destroy hers? Oh, she's
no.
You know what it reminds me of?
Oh my
It reminds me of this level in Call of Duty World at War,
Yeah, don't
where
lose
you
that eye,
basically
get
have
shot
to,
out.
where like you're stuck in Stalingrad, and you have to. She has the high ground. No, we have the high ground.
Come on,
You
Kira.
could try. Oh, there's a sword.
But like you're basically trying to like draw her out.
Did.
You try to draw them out, and then you try to snipe them from across the street,
All right.
but you don't know where they are.
As you can see,
And so like your ally will then try to draw them out,
Oh my
and you try to look for where the bullets are coming
Are you
from.
gonna Goblin?
No,
Do you know what button to hit?
not got it.
You can do this. You can. Oh, I can see your little tactic here.
Oh, yeah.
Don't look at me. Oh, she can't see me. Oh,
Oh, you might die.
I don't know. Oh,
Okay, where'd she go? Oh, okay.
okay.
Oh, jeez.
You can do
Don't
this.
hide.
Venkra
You can do it.
Oh, I got it. Don't worry.
It's a lot of health.
Okay, yeah. A mode that actually involves
All
a
right, so
gameplay
now
loop that
is
actually involves
the
aiming.
Second phase of the fight. This is where you do need brothers, so I can't do this fight right now. But
But I need your
we'll look at. She's got a little bit of a drone action. Oh, don't want to get in those. Don't want to get in those.
Oh shit.
Alright.
Okay.
And that's all we're gonna show you. Dean, cut away. Cut away. Quick, saw nothing.
I see lots of people.
So
in chat
what,
saying
you need
they
your
get-
brothers
got the
to
end
shoot
fight
the drones?
Feeling, the Metal Gear feeling.
Oh, yeah.
It's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, what is aiming in
So that's just
Warframe?
Venkra. There's
I just
obviously
unga bunga with my
Sprague
Kruvazar.
in the Junk Run mission, but that's just kind of a little taste of the optional
Very
mission
cool.
for Venkra.
Yep, they're going to be just optional ways to enhance those missions. You can go into them, get some, call stock, if you will, and then, yeah, that's basically where we want to see these going for the next little while with
much call
Echoes of
stock do I even
Veilbreaker.
have
Give
at
you a
the
bit more of a
present
combat focus for those, kind of close the loop on them, make the defense mission for the Warframe segment and Archon Hunt have a bit more character to them, so Chipper's getting brought in with some lines and some fun, so you'll be defending Chipper, and then, yeah. I
It's
think-
all oversupplied.
Yes, oversupplied.
I just wish they would also make the
missions,
defense missions
yeah,
not as bloody
I don't think I've
long.
ever really heard that.
I have
term
320
before.
supply.
Yeah?
Oversupplied.
Well,
yeah.
it's a bit more of an oversupply
So
just to
I'm
make
also,
the
like,
experience.
oversupplied on
This fellow
supply.
here, he's oversupplied.
Oh, oversupplied with art skills.
Yeah.
Boom. Thank you.
Yeah, he's an
Correct.
I got you, bestie.
And then also about Venkra, and Sprague, you notice their weapons,
Mm-hmm.
sniper and hammer. We have turned them into skins that are going to be available in the market. Dean, you'd like to go back to my gameplay.
Ooh,
Appreciate
there
you.
go.
Okay.
Here we have on the Rubico Prime Sniper. This is the Avex Sniper skin based
Very
off
cool.
of Venkratel herself. So you can have a little bit of a Grenier moment there. And then on my
Wait,
Volnus hammer.
is that a
I
wisp
put
skin?
on
No joke.
the big
What the
bonker
hell is this
of
wisp
the-
skin?
No.
Hello, Puppet. How's it going?
Okay.
It's been too long since I've been on stream with Megan.
Yeah, the old big bonker.
I love it.
I believe you meant the Renok hammer.
Oh, sorry, yes. The Renok hammer skin. I apologize. I apologize.
I don't think I've ever seen this wisp skin
The
before.
Renok hammer skin.
It's pretty
They sell
gnarly,
most
eh?
Bragg's weapons. You can get those as skins
How are
in the
you?
market if
I'm
you
alright,
want
thanks
to,
for asking.
Vouch for one of your sisses.
Yeah, it's a bonk.
Vouch
It's a
for the
chonker.
sisters,
For the
Veil
sisters.
break for the brothers.
It's a chonky bonker. It's a chonker.
Family show.
It's a family
brothers.
show. It's not
Welcome.
family.
I really like this skin.
All right, Dean, thank you.
Sniper. That is sweet.
All right. Moving right along, we do have some more cosmetics within Echoes of Veilbreaker. Dean, you can go back to my gameplay. Sorry.
Dean is playing ping
Oh,
pong.
Dean hates me.
Stynax, you say?
We do have another alternate helmet for Sir Stynax. Here we have the Stynax, pronounce that. Garusik. Thank you.
Okay.
Garusik helmet.
Yeah.
Garusik helmet. Another one in the arsenal for Stynax. This will be in the market. And we do have some, later on in the stream, we're going to have some more information about our next Nightwave, which is where you will be able to procure such blueprints
Oh
for
god,
the
I
Stynax
haven't
alt
even
helmet.
I haven't
For right
even
now,
touched
it's
my
in the
Nightwave in a
market.
while.
We got some remixing coming.
People are asking what toggle dev green screen is.
Don't worry about it.
Don't worry. Just
Never press that button.
well, you can.
a
If
big
people
red
want to know, we have
Don't press that button.
Why not? It's a great button. Don't press it.
It's the best button
Press
ever.
it!
We're
Just leave the mystery.
Press it, I want to
Mystery.
know!
It's a mystery. Don't hit it. It's for.
I think it tells you what does right.
Okay, it literally tells you it's dev build only. It's for all of our content creation teams internally, art, animation, to get a closer look at the models in Arsenal lighting, with the model in engine in the Arsenal setting, so that they can.
It is kind of cool.
It is cool.
Dean, how do you feel about that
All right.
button?
Click the
It's
button.
so
Dean wants me to hit the
anticlimactic.
button.
It's
Whoa.
literally it goes into a T pose and you can just look at the model in engine. It is so anticlimactic.
If this breaks, you cut away real quick.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah.
Don't hit that.
Yeah.
I could actually use that.
This is just one of
Unironically,
the,
I could actually use
That's
that
it.
for
It
like
just-
video
it helps the
thumbnails.
team
Damn.
Look at their materials model.
What a year.
I could totally use that for
It's
video
more than
thumbnails, you know.
It's like a A pose.
D, make it a thing. Just make it a thing. Fuck
This
it.
helmet's great. New helmet coming in Echoes of
Actually,
Veilbreaker.
nice
for
close up
Stynax.
on the helmet.
Actually,
Yeah, it's-
speaking of
it is-
make it a thing, okay, I don't know if they're going to talk about this because I did see like Captura quality of life shenanigans. Can we get our Captura images if you're using the green screen room, the color key room? Can we actually have an option in the color key room to output the images as PNGs or even better TIFFs that have alpha channels in them? Because like right now, the way that I use the color key room to make video thumbnails of Warframes is that I use the red room, the blue room, and the green room and keep the Warframe in the exact pose as it is, but then I go into Nuke and I sort of do a few things to generate an alpha channel so that you can have the effects have like a bit of transparency, but then also have the shape of the Warframe so that, you know, you can then slap it onto a background that's got a bunch of stuff in it, right? It would be awesome if DE actually made it so that Captura in the green room, blue room, red room, whatever, could actually, instead of outputting an image that is the Warframe in front of a color, instead actually output a PNG or a TIFF, an image of the Warframe, an image with a transparent background. I would like DE to make that happen. I don't know if there is like some sort of engine limitation with regards to that. I don't know. But it would be great if we could get that to be a thing.
Gothic Greek, and
Ah.
it is my favorite of them.
Oh, he's like a little crown, maybe a little Game of Thrones.
It's incredible.
Love to see it. Little House of Dragon. Anyways, moving on. What?
Rings of power.
More cosmetics. Last DevStream, we did talk about one of the Archon Shard ephemeras that was coming. And we have not only that one coming, but another one. And we're going to show you them today.
Okay.
I specifically want to put
Please
it on
be a little bit less hilarious than...
because she's looking ravishing
Why?
today, might I add. So, that's not what I want.
Very cool though.
Yeah, that's Tenogen too. That's in there.
so
You can get it
awesome.
and support the artist if you buy it.
We love
Artists are cool.
Artists are cool.
So we have 2 shard ephemeras coming. These will be in Chipper.
Yes.
In the Chipper
Yes.
store if you'd like to spend your stock on these ephemeras. And both of them will react to the Archon shards that you have installed in your Warframe. Currently, my Wisp, she is, let me go back. She's doing pretty well. I got a couple Tau Forged. This is a dev build. This is not my real build.
I still haven't gotten a single fucking Tau Forged. Why you gotta flex on me like that, Megan? Why you gotta flex on me like that? Bro! Not a single one! Chat. The devs are literally flexing on me right now. These are not Tau Forged. Bro.
A couple Tau Forged in there and a couple regular. This is
You
cheating.
cheated on us. Okay.
But if you were to perchance have a 1 Tau Forged, a couple normal, you are going to be able to make your ephemera react similar to mine. So this is the Shard Bane, and we're like, well, what does it look like?
Okay, that's a lot
So
better.
those ones, the
Okay,
thinking with this is that
okay.
we wanted
That is a lot better.
ephemeras based
Before-
on the actual
Before the ephemera was like the shards go straight through the body, that was ridiculous. This is a lot better.
Archon shards you have installed. So if you have Tau Fords, they'll show. And these ones, yeah,
Infinity Gauntlet.
because there's 5 slots, we have it, you know, a Stegosaurus vibes, but essentially we wanted you to be able to show off your actual builds with your ephemeras so that if you're in a relay or if you're in a mission, people will sort of see what
Would I
investment
use
you
this
have in that
over the
kind of thing.
Protofire
This is
ephemera
one of those
on
things
bag?
where what you see on the tin is, you know, like someone has put
I don't know.
amber shards in, but you'll
Maybe.
only see the shards you have installed for this ephemera.
Maybe.
So you can
I don't
buy
know.
it in anticipation of
That
putting it
looks
on
so
a frame.
painful.
It does.
Have you seen Archons?
yeah, that's true.
Quite the chest pain. And this is a little bit customizable. Obviously, the shards will remain the color that they are, but you can change the, I'll call it gassy effect of it. You can change that to different color if you'd like.
Gassy effect. eh?
If you want to have
Okay, cool. Yeah, it makes sense that the colors are going to remain the same for the shards. Because they're literally showing off the shards you
Not
have.
the crystals.
So, you know, no bullshit
and then
involved.
Our second one, this is the one that we didn't show. So right now in the arsenal, it's just going to look like that. But this one's also going to react to the shards that I have installed. I know this one looks painful.
Yow.
So I'm going to just.
Oh, so that one, so the one that goes through the body is still a thing. Oh!
Oh, rad.
Holy shit! Okay, that's so good.
Forged ones, you can see the normal ones.
Ooh, that's pretty good.
Dynamic.
There you
I
go.
like that. I like that a
So if
lot.
you stay still, they sort of come in and out of your frame.
And this one you can actually change the color
Hey,
of the one
3X
inside
out, how's
your
it going?
chest. Yes, if that's your bait. If that's what you want to do, a lime green one, power to you. Do you?
If.
Yeah.
Oh, so this one you can actually change the color of the
It's
floating ones.
I really
Okay.
appreciate that we didn't do that right now.
That we didn't do a lime green one.
Well,
Yeah.
why did you come back?
Oh, right.
Oh, okay.
So when you're moving, they're not there, but when you're standing still, they're there.
Echoes of Veilbreaker. Call is
Okay.
going to have Captura. So if you've ever
Okay.
wanted to take a picture of Call in Captura, you're going to be
Only
able
the middle
to do
one,
that,
pretty sure?
in his
Wait, let's listen to
own
that
little
again.
arsenal. If only. I'm going to react to the shards that I have installed. I know this one looks painful.
Yow.
So I'm going to just, I'm walking around and
Tenno,
bam.
the balance of powers on
Oh,
side
rad.
charts. Navigation
go.
is marked with
You can see the Tau Forged ones, you can see the normal ones.
Yes.
A little dynamic.
There you go. So if you stay still, they sort of come in and out of your frame.
And this one you can actually change the color of the one inside your chest.
Yes.
If that's your
Oh,
if that's what you
okay.
want to
It's
do, a
just the
lime
one
green
that's here that you
power
can
to
change
you.
the color of. The ones that are
If
floating around, you can't change the color of.
only.
Yep, that's right.
If only.
I really
Yeah, through the
appreciate
body
that
is
we
ugly
didn't
as
do that
fuck,
right
but the
now.
ones floating
we
are
didn't
fine
do
if
a
you're into
lime
it.
green one.
Yeah, the
Well,
floating ones are
yeah.
pretty
Why did
good.
you come back?
I think because my mag has like so much armor and shit, maybe I might be able to hide the floating one, the one in the middle rather. Because yeah, I'm not a fan of the ones through the middle.
So if you've
It
ever
looks,
wanted to take a picture of Call in Captura, you're going to
Yeah,
be
it
able
just
to
looks
do that,
fucked. It looks
in
completely
his
fucked.
Own little arsenal. You'll have the classic Captura button.
but the
you can
floating
go in,
ones are a
take pics of
real
Call
nice
in
touch.
your
I like that a lot.
Lovely fashion frame. Might I add.
I think it'd be pretty interesting if you're
Lovely.
moving that they just like float behind you as if they're like mag shards. Because keep in mind, right? Mag shards will basically fly alongside you while you're moving. I think if DE were to just implement that system into that particular ephemera so that your Archon shards will just fly along with you, like with a little bit of delay, I think that would be pretty cool, you know? And then remove the one through the body in my opinion, get rid of the one through the body. I don't like it myself. I don't know how many people will like it themselves. Personal preferences, we're literally talking about personal preferences.
And one really minor thing currently exists already, but you can fast travel to Call's. Ignore those. You can fast travel to Call's Garrison, but now we've exposed it a little bit more. It's not hidden behind the profile. It's now straight up Call's Garrison if you're in the Drifters camp. Spoilers. You can go right to him instead of going through profile. Yes, Dean.
Just better as Mike Pack is
Oh, for real?
Probably my abs.
Yeah,
Not
it's probably the
Kratos.
abs.
Not Kratos.
Profile.
And then we do have in this update as well a little bit of capture quality of life. We did see a lot of comments about the transparency of the menu while you're doing capture, maybe fading in a little bit so you can see exactly what you're doing. So those, of course, will be listed in the patch notes, but we do have some up deck. And then just one notable fix I wanted to say, because I keep seeing it, is we are fixing Compress's additional bubbles not exploding with radial damage as intended when modded with multi-shot.
Yeah, and I think that's the other part is there will be plenty of fixes in
Plenty
this update
of
as
fixes
well.
and
We
changes.
do have all of these sort of feedback loop and improvements for the call missions. We have some new things for you to earn with your call mission currency, and then we have a little bit of a flavor for the defense mission. Chippers being added. We have general fixes as well. So
As per usual.
yeah, and some
As
of
we
those
do with
fixes.
our-
You're excited about the chipper part. I can just tell. Every time you say it, you just kind of like this grin starts
It's
coming.
being able to defend Chipper as a Warframe is very, very fun.
very fun.
He does not back down from a fight. So
He's a spicy guy.
I just hope he's able to
And
put
one
up a
other thing that
fight.
is coming in Echoes of Veilbreaker, Dean, there is, I believe, an asset of Ember. We do have a new pack replacing the Initiate pack. We're going to be doing an Ember starter pack. So if you are interested in the Fire Queen herself, this pack has Ember, Nakana, her Phoenix helmet, and essential heat mods in it. So you
And then
Okay,
imagine
never
her
mind.
with that. What was it called? The Bane of.
the Bane of Emmerich
Yeah.
with the Stegosaurus.
Yeah.
It's a look. It's a vibe.
It would be.
Yeah.
That's kind of like that's what I started thinking of right away. I was
All
like,
green?
what could I do with not green? What could I do with Ember? In
oh, there you go.
I like where your head's at. I like where your head's at.
Sounds hot.
Yep.
Yeah, so that'll be coming in Echoes of Veilbreaker.
Yeah, and that's next week. So next week, all platforms, you're going to get Echoes of Veilbreaker. You're going to get everything we just talked about.
Dean, do you mind going back to that Echoes of Veilbreaker slide, just to the summation one, so people might... Sorry, I told you I wouldn't deviate from my plan, and I deviated.
Plan?
I'm a liar! There it is. If you want to take any little screenshots, boop, now's your chance. This is just kind of a list of what's coming. There is more, like we mentioned, changes, fixes. It is a cert build, therefore fixes that require
Scout
code
landing
are gonna be
craft.
in this.
Oh, is
Stuff
that
maybe
the,
that console wasn't able to hotfix
is that
while we were
the
in that hotfix
Grenier,
realm on all
like,
platforms
big
will be in this update. So you're
fuck
going
off
to
ship
expect some
landing craft,
lovely
is
patch
it?
notes by the
Okay.
community team detailing everything out next week, November 2nd.
Yeah.
She's coming.
What is the Scout landing craft? It is the Bull Core, but it's the player version. So.
Yes, we did show
Right,
it last
yep.
week on the DevStream. It's the little chunky Grenier ship. Yeah. And that's going to be in Chipper's store as well.
It is.
Oh, okay. So more stuff in
Get yourself that landing
Chipper's
craft.
shop.
All right.
Good. Because I
Let's
haven't
move
bought
on,
anything
shall we?
really from
Let's
Chipper's
go
shop in a
Platinum
while.
Prize, Dean.
You are running the show. and we
I
are
presently
here
don't
for
use
the
many of the Archon mods, but I would like to use some
I
of
don't know,
them
but
at some
where are we
point.
at for donations too?
We've gone up at least by it looks like about 1,000.
Oh, yeah,
Since
street
390. And now,
Food on soba.
yeah,
Oh my
Sova
goodness.
has won 1,000 platinum.
How did they do? What did they do?
Whisper us your Twitch name and phone number.
Oh,
and
no.
then-
No.
Post in chat your address.
No! Please whisper the Warframe Twitch channel you're watching right now with your in-game alias and the platform you play Warframe on, and we'll get you your 1,000 platinum.
Yeah.
Because you're Kratos.
Yeah. Username, password.
Absolutely not.
Right into the chat.
You're supposed to be the Quest to Conquer Cancer guy. That's not how he would behave.
No.
Your costume is
He would be
woefully
he would be like the Quest for Conquer.
principled, lawful good.
Christopher Conquer Cancer guy would be really.
Christopher Conquer Cancer.
Christopher.
Christopher, okay.
Really okay.
right.
Somebody just posted the password.
Unbelievable.
Scroll up.
No, not the phone numbers. All right, back on track we go. Speaking of track, we have a little bit of a future ahead of us, Reb.
I hope so. I hope this
Whoa,
is.
there's a whole future.
We do. So I did want to talk about Duviri. At TennoCon 2022 this year, we showed you the opening bits to the quest for the Duviri Paradox. We kind of give you a world into our next open world. It's going to be very different. There's
Very different.
We're recontextualizing a lot of what you know about Warframe. And of course, at the end of the trailer, we told you winter 2022. And frankly, that's just not going to happen. We need more time. So we are moving the Duviri Paradox update until 2023. So that is the big
Chat.
news of the stream.
Duviri
I
Paradox
think for a lot of you that have been with us for a
as
while, you kind of know
expected.
that when we decide to push something, we either wait the week before, but if we have a chance to get
Dates
ahead of
with
moving it,
DE are
we take
never
it.
a good
So that's
idea,
what we're
but
doing.
it's what you expect.
Dean,
It's
I know you're gonna
fine,
ask that.
whatever.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say.
Yeah,
it's-
color me
It
surprised.
feels like still half true. It's still winterish.
Yeah, well, we said winter 2022. It is being moved. Yeah,
wintry.
I'm not.
What the hell is
bringing
Lewis
news
Prey?
Like this to the community isn't easy. I'm not
No, for
happy
sure.
to have to do it,
For
but
sure.
with the way the update's been going and some of the recontextualizing we want to put in, we absolutely need more time to deliver on the vision for it because it's very different. It is.
So different. It's amazing.
Cool.
Yeah, it's going to be really fun, and we need more
it's
time to
not-
work on it.
But I mean, we still want people to have stuff to play.
That's
We do.
right, Sheldon. And if maybe
We wouldn't
people
just-
are
we wouldn't-
spying
Oh,
that there's a little winter 2022 spot right there.
Oh, right there.
Lewis Prey.
We are going to be doing an update in winter 2022, bit of a lead up to Duviri.
Yes.
Called Lewis Prey.
Yes, Lewis Prey is going to be the 2022 update. And this is a very, very classic Warframe update. It has a lot of core bits of what bring us to our love for endless missions in Warframe. And it's going to have a bit of a lore drop for the frame that's coming with it, which is to say we're going to talk about our 51st Warframe, the wolf-inspired Warframe. And that frame is, in fact, releasing this year with Lewis Prey update. This update will come on all platforms, and we'll go through a lot of it today. But what we want you guys to know is we are working on Duviri, and we're going to talk about it in our January DevStream. But as for now, we really need to go heads down, focus on our vision.
So
for
Vorona
it,
is the name.
and not release it this year, so that we can kick off
Okay.
next year, bringing everyone into the Duviri Paradox DevStream, talking about exactly what this update is going to be.
Oh,
that
Necromex
differentiates
in
it from other
Lewis
open
survival
worlds and,
missions.
frankly, the game.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Wait,
so
we
that
don't have
is-
Lewis
that is sort
survival
of
missions already?
The news for Duviri, but we are absolutely delivering you a very classic Warframe
We
update
don't,
this
don't
year.
we?
It's coming in winter. It is Lewis Prey, and we are going to talk about it.
We are going to talk about it. It is important to note.
show.
We have
We have a lot to show.
we have an exterminate. We have rescue.
Speaking of
Capture.
The wolf,
Oh, no, we do have
I
survival.
think we mentioned this before, but
Yeah, we do have a
the
survival
wolf
mission
Warframe,
already.
We'll call her Varuna. She's
Mobile
got a
defense,
name.
spy.
Varuna, she was going to be in Duviri.
Defense
and when
disruption.
We were thinking
Okay.
about, what can we do this year?
So
leading
we're
up to
going to have,
Duviri.
like,
So
brand
let's
new-
take
a brand
the
new,
wolf-inspired Warframe
survival
out
mission
in
in
Duviri and make this
Lu-
kind of
in
prequel
Lua.
leading up moment
Okay.
to Duviri. So we're taking the Warframe out of Duviri and going to give it to you this year. And
Different
we're gonna
type of
talk
survival. Yeah,
much
different
more
type of
and
survival.
show more about Varuna. Obviously,
Oh.
the name itself. Thank you so much to the Design Council and the community at large for submitting those names and voting on those names.
I never
Varuna
voted for the
did
name.
Win. So
I liked. Who was the one that came
like
in
that name.
second? Or was it?
Chat? Are we still alive? I just noticed that for some reason OBS decided to not stream anything for a good few seconds. To the point where even the... What's happening? Very strange. It's weird because even OBS is saying like this, there are no dropped frames, so I don't even know if it's necessarily a dropped frames moment or what's happened. Wait, a new stream? Hey, Love Lane, how's it going? Wait, what? Did it literally just restart streaming? Or rather, on Twitch, did I literally just restart a stream? Huh? Okay. It's not like I'm banned on Twitch or anything. Very, very odd. Very odd. I guess we move on.
Thanks on the community at large for submitting those names and voting on those names. Varuna did win.
Who was the one that came in
that name.
second? Or was it third? I can't remember.
Don't you
Don't, if you would like, wait.
Okay.
Sheldon.
Oh.
Sheldon,
Sorry.
just wait.
Okay, what am I waiting for?
You'll see. You'll know. You'll know.
I'm just saying I like
Wait.
some of the other names
I
better.
know. And you're gonna like what I'm gonna say, but just hold on.
Okay.
It's good you're sitting there.
really just screamed creative.
Sorry.
Okay.
We'll get there. I'm
be
just so
quiet. I'm gonna be
excited.
quiet. Yep.
Varuna is her name. It was originally submitted by Orabel in the Design Council, so
Very good.
shout out to PC10 Orabel for that. And let's jump into it. We got a whole bunch of art. I know we have an artist with us blessing our presence. So let's get into it. We have
Artist.
we have the work in progress model of Varuna. Ooh, walk me through it, Eric. Walk me
Oh, okay,
so
cool. There it
cool.
is.
So on the left side, you can see the initial pass that Greg did. And,
Shout out Greg.
Greg. And there's 4 different wolf heads.
Yeah, why don't we talk? No one knows anything about this yet, so we're gonna jump into what actually this
Yeah.
frame is and what it means for the players. In the Lua's Prey update, you're going to get a Levirian for Varuna, and you're going to get a lot of story about who she is, why she has these 4 wolf heads. But I think the fundamental part of how this frame will play, how this frame will work, is that each head is a unique creature that once roamed her side. What happened to
Okay.
them, you'll have to see. And each one has a distinct name. They are her beasts, each one represented
Right.
by an actual name that just so
Okay.
happens to be
The second, third, fourth, and fifth. Runner-up names from the voting that happened. So the
Oh,
names are
okay.
going to be up her heads.
Cake and eat.
Cake, I told you you were going to like this.
All right,
We have
right.
Rashk,
That's-
Daener, Lyketh, and Ulfrin are going to be the names of her wolf heads.
So the way that's going to work is each power is going to correspond to one of her former wolves. What happened to them again? You'll have to wait
Oh,
and
so
see.
she's
So
going
you
to
draw
draw
their energy.
upon
Each of them had a
their
different
their
archetype that
abilities
maybe
to
you had
as her abilities.
make
Okay.
into how do you make a wolf head look like stealth? Or
Yeah.
So
I wanted to change the Fenris, but now that's a
I don't
different
think they're
name.
going to be
Sorry.
removable at that point, Lovelane.
That
It
was
seems
kind of
like
the
they're
starting
part
wolf,
of her
and then
ability.
I wanted to kind of try
Her
and get
ability
the
base. So
aesthetic
she's
with the
literally going to be an
name.
army of
So,
one
yep,
then.
The stealth, the
Lupical.
the snarl, and the other one there. So, and I thought, how can we show that like a nice silhouettes? And when you look at the warframe from behind or in the front, you should be able to tell like what head is what, right?
Yes.
So, and then we went a step further and thought, let's put a little unique kind of signature item on them, perhaps like the nose ring, an eye patch on their 3 eyes. And you made a great comment about like maybe instead of that using an operator eye patch idea.
Or even like the Kubro stuff we
Yes,
have. So
exactly.
We have a lot of Kubro cosmetics in the game, and it stands to reason that when she
Yeah.
was the heart of the pack with her 4 loyal, Kubros and or wolves, that we'll make sure that they get that sort of distinct treatment.
Absolutely.
When they became part of her.
Yeah, this warframe is turning into
RP
a really
fashion
cool-
options?
the lore
Well, you
is
say
really
RP
making
fashion
it,
options,
so
but think about it. Like
I'm
having the
excited to see
4
where it
heads
goes. I think
opens
there's
up
still
different
one
fashion
more,
options.
Like, I think there's another.
We got another,
Yeah, so there's kind of the
we need to
I'm
zoom
sorry,
in there.
model.
Damn.
I think just a rough WIP from Greg so far. So yeah, it's gonna be pretty rad when it's done.
Yeah, and I think one of the key designs of this frame when you're actually playing her is this frame actually won't have a passive. And what we're doing is when you go in mission, you can either cast each of one of her wolves, or you can hold them, and real time in mission, you can choose what your passive is going to be. So I won't say each of them have an archetype for what type of wolf they were, either stealth, aggression, getting.
So she's a
And then, of course,
warframe
there's
chock-a-block
the
full of
alpha
passives?
wolf. And each one of them has that corresponding passive that you can change mid-mission. It's going to have a custom HUD element, so you know who you've called upon to have active. And what we really want is for each of those wolf heads to articulate in a different state, so you know who is at your side. So we really are going all in on this heart of the pack. She is going to, have a lot of.
Okay,
unique
let's see.
things
I'm
with
curious to see what her
gameplay,
abilities
and
are.
I'm very excited to be working on this and getting
Yeah.
it in game for this year.
This
So-
year, Lewis
Excited
Bray.
for the tail idea.
Yeah.
Without saying too
Yeah.
much.
Oh. I did see a question like, do she got a tail?
Sounds a bit like Chroma's
We'll just have
element.
to
Could
wait and
be.
see if
Yeah.
she does
We'll
have a
see.
tail
We'll see.
in one form or another.
Yeah.
Sigma wolf alpha. We're using general, wolf adjacent terms to
Right.
convey how she's going to be wolf inspired. She's her own creature. Lua's prey will have a Lavirian for her, where you can definitely learn more about her.
She's got a story. Oh, thank you, Dean.
Speaking of,
Speaking of, this is work in progress art of a. Do we want to say his name?
Well, maybe people know. If you played Angels of the Zeramin and you looked at things and you listened to things, you might know who this is.
look and listen.
Let's trust our community here.
Who's gonna guess?
Who's this?
Oh, there was one. I saw it.
yeah.
Tuval Stardust,
Nailed it.
I think, said
Nailed
it.
it.
Yes, so Tuval is going to play a part in the story of Varuna, and we
Wait,
are
who?
kind of taking a page out of what we did with
Turo?
Styanax's
Who?
Lavirian, where we really were inspired by the anime and used a lot of the art from that within Styanax's Lavirian.
Must be
We'll
a-
doing kind of the same thing
must be a
with
dude.
Varuna's
Apparently, it's a
Lavirian,
dude
so
from
this is
Angels of Zaraman.
work in progress of what
who
will be
I
you can
don't
experience
quite
in the
remember.
Lavirian for Varuna.
Yeah, the Chimiki brothers are already sketching out ideas for
Oh,
it.
they
They
are.
look so rad.
Yes, they do.
So they're-
If someone can remind me who he is
Marco's
and-
amazing.
Tuval.
Marcos.
Yes, so Tuval will, maybe put the Lua's Prey update name will all be
Who the hell
themed
is
around
Tuval?
Lua, which of course
I don't
you're
remember
probably
this person.
wondering.
I don't
You'll get
remember
this new
this
frame,
character.
you'll be able to play her, and what exactly are you playing? Where are you playing it? I'm sure.
Where
could this update be, and why?
Deimos, no.
No, Deimos' Prey.
I've got all these ideas.
Yeah.
Nothing fits. Nothing feels right. I can go into my gameplay
Oh yeah.
Super
Let's
Dinio.
go see it.
Super D.
So the name of the update, Lua's Prey. One can only guess that we will be going back to Lua.
So if you have finished the second dream, you know where this lunar thing has come from.
rock.
Who knows? But there's some lore to where it came from in
Yeah,
this place.
yeah,
And what we're going to do is we're going to take our Lua world and add 2 missions to it that are only available for lore within, because there's a little bit of lore behind them. So we're adding 2 game modes. They're going to be survival with a twist. So we're going to call them conjunction survival, which you will learn
Wait,
all
one
about
of them
by
is
playing.
literally level 20 and the other one is
they
level
are
80.
Sort of survival gone to the
Dude, I don't know. This is
That lunar thing is the moon if you didn't know, Kate. Wow, really?
Yep. Yeah, we got
You
the
really
grammar.
think so, Soup?
So we have a
You really
survival
think
with
that
a twist. This is going-
that gray ass like big ass rock thing that just so happens to be that happens to be like really close relatively to Earth is the moon? Wow. I didn't know that. Wow. Incredible knowledge. I think we've all learned something today.
to be 2 different difficulties, and then you can add Steel Path on top if you wish. And this is where you'll be earning Varuna and, well, more of her, which we'll show later. And what this is going, well, for those of you who know, you know, and for those of you who don't, you
don't.
You don't know. You're
You
about-
don't.
You can know something.
If you know, you know. You don't. If you don't, you
So we're
don't.
going to have a new
Raids the ship for supply.
way that this game mode works with what Lotus has to say about this place. It's only unlocked after the War Within, and players are going to come here to this part of Lua. There's going to be something that we're calling a masterpiece tile that's going to give you some lore. And for some reason, there's these pockets of black and white.
Oh yeah.
Oh shit.
Thing.
And here and only here in the star chart, other than Railjack, you will be able to use your mech, and there is a reason for this. This will be something that is sort of within the confines of these mission types. So we're kind of just going all in on survival with twists. We have a little bit of lore for those of you who
Good
know.
to
you'll
finally see
be able to
Necromex
find
being
this
used in
masterpiece
normal
tile and learn
missions.
A little bit about it and why Lua might be reacting to something happening.
Sort of.
And yes, you can use mechs. Yes, there is survival, but every 5 minutes we spawn a variant enemy that if you keep them alive,
Something
they're
like
going to
that.
drain your survival faster. So the intention with this game mode is you're going to go in, you're going to be playing your survival, you can use your mech, and the longer you stay, every 5 minutes, an enemy that if you've played Angels of the Zeramin, you'll know it's not an angel though, will spawn and drain your life support 2 times as fast. So you're going to have basically sprints every 5 minutes where you have to take out
an enemy.
have to take out an
okay.
enemy, and then
So
you
it's
can
kind of
just
like a
go
steel
in,
path
stay in as long
survival
as you
mission
want,
in the
earn
sense that
Varuna
like
here,
an acolyte will show up every 5 minutes. And whilst the acolyte won't drain your life support, if you leave that acolyte for too long, they'll fucking murder you. Which is sort of like draining your life support. But it's not actively screwing over your life support. Okay. Survival timers are already very tight. Yeah, they are already very tight. So, good luck.
some of her gear here, and if you're a bit of a lore hound, you'll be able to find this new room that only find this.
You can sniff it out.
Oh, sniff it out.
It's a wolf laugh if you're
We're
wondering.
just gonna.
That's what a wolf sounds like when it laughs.
And these black and white spaces will give you, as a player, some buffs. So when you're in them, you'll be able to. We won't talk about what the buffs are now, but when you find them, you're going to want to play from them because your Warframe will benefit.
Yeah.
So whether you're going to be in mech mode.
Yeah, like this is like some.
So the Deviri pockets are actually
Yeah, it's
buffs.
just it's a
Okay.
little bit of a flavor twist, and it's going to give you
Sniff
a
that
way
in
to
the
learn the new
butt?
Warframe.
No.
Maybe learn more about the worlds, and you're going to be able to go through these black and white void pockets and figure out what's going on.
Pockets. That's the word.
Okay.
That was my nickname in high school.
Okay, watch it, Kratos. Kratos does not have a high school diploma. I've seen that guy
That's
talk.
true.
Boy.
Boy.
Yes.
I'm assuming they're going to be
So
available in
this is
Steel
cool.
Path.
Okay. So this is the new mode.
This is
This is the function of conjunction.
Yeah, we took survival. We flipped a couple wrinkles in it to give you that escalation every 5 minutes. Where if you don't deal with the new ads, that you will certainly fail. So yeah. And there's going to be 2 nodes, as I said, which are probably good to show the difference. So I can talk a little bit about them.
I'm on the hard one.
Okay, so we will be skewing the
Life support.
drop tables, so if you play the harder one, you'll get better odds at the new stuff. So you can sort of
Okay, so there's literally a casual one, and then there's a big dick one. Okay.
For the Varuna and her gear.
30 seconds
Awesome.
warning.
And
But otherwise, they are
Nice, it's still different, but
ostensibly the same mission.
You're like sliding head.
So does that mean that in because the normal one that we saw in the DevStream was 25 and then level 25, but then the other one was level 80. Does that mean that the Steel Path one is going to start at level 125 and then also start at level 180 for the other one? Ooh, now that's a big dick mission. Also, when are we going to get? Oh no, we already have Steel Path as our missions. Yeah, that's pretty big dick.
Pardon me? Excuse
Watch
me?
out, walls. You're
me?
it.
Coming
You're it.
Oh my god.
Support capsule.
indeed.
Cool.
Okay,
Yes.
we'll see.
So this
We'll
will
see what it's
be
like.
For this year, you'll have your.
I'm
newest
just-
Prey
I'm pretty
updates.
happy to
It's
see
gonna have
Necromex
It's
here.
gonna have the new Warframe. It's gonna have mechs in survival.
So if
in
nothing
normal
else, it'll be
gameplay with
it'll
some
be
wrinkles
less of a
at the
snooze
5
fest
minute
because you
mark.
can fuck around with
And it'll
Necromex.
be permanent to the game. So if you've finished the War Within, you'll be able to access these missions right on Lua. You can get yourself geared up for what might be
My black and white.
Look at that.
So cool.
All right. Someone check her mech pilot license. All right.
Careful.
Excellent.
Very cool. Okay.
Level up your void, right? Come on.
I'm a winner.
Oh, and you won.
Guys, I did it.
Wow.
Don't worry about it. Just a big winner. But you were talking about other things that come with Varuna.
Yes, signature weapons.
Signature weapons. Let's talk about it.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Of course, any warrior woman needs an axe, which I think we showed the concepts of last stream.
Oh,
So
there's
now we
the
have
axe.
a little bit more polished, work in progress version of the axe. This is going to be one of her signature weapons. She will have an axe, and she will also have. What's it going to be?
Is that a sniper
She's gonna
rifle?
have a long-range weapon. This is going to be her signature primary. and
Oh, no, it's a
gonna be
rifle.
A little bit of an energy sniper, and she'll be
Oh, no, it is a bit of a-
axe in hand, sniper holstered, ready to go.
I'd like
Oh,
the
so it is a
bunker in
sniper.
there, but-
Okay.
The big bonker? Yeah.
Yeah.
Big
They are
baby?
not
Because with the
compatible.
4 barrels, I'm thinking it's a
Yeah,
rifle.
big bunker and
Is that a
bunker
hammer?
right
It's an
There'll
axe.
be more things coming with
I'll
Varuna,
probably use
but
the
those
hammer
are two
skin.
that we
I'll
wanted
probably
to show
use the
you
hammer
here
stats. I don't know.
today.
Really cool.
And then as well, other things that are coming that we have shown, Zaku Deluxe.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
Are we showing?
Ah, here we go.
The art that we are going to show you is very work in progress in
Okay.
engine. We showed the concept at TennoCon, I do believe it was.
I think
with
last
Zaku.
year.
That's
I think.
how long
Oh
it's
no,
been.
we showed what's also coming with Zaku Deluxe
Yes,
at TennoCon.
yes.
which we'll show you as well.
And if you know, you know. Don't spoil it for other people, but you'll
If
know.
you know, you know. But this is a work in progress in engine.
All right, that's
version
Zaku
of
Deluxe.
Zaku Deluxe that will be coming with Lua's Prey. So we have, of course, the classic version, and then we have
And then we have
the
Yeah, so this
what is that sound?
it's a skeleton near Halloween. So
spooky.
with this, this is just we're getting the character art here. This isn't rigged or anything, so you can imagine that. Yeah, we're asking you to use your imagination, but it's beautiful. It is sculpted. It is gold. It is elegant. It is indeed the deluxe that Zaku deserves, as they are
Absolutely.
the.
Oh, yeah.
Chad, how do you guys feel about
Speaking
Zaku
of
Deluxe?
Well, not
Yeah.
Zaku Deluxe coming in Lewis Prey. But we
I think it's a
also
pretty
have,
hilarious skin. I
our
think it looks
deluxe
pretty good.
skin Backlog, the ones that we've shown.
But
we're
will
trying
it
to
make
get
me
those
play
bad boys
Zaku?
out.
No.
The other one that you have seen, not coming in Lewis Prey, but will be coming after this deluxe, is going to be Baruch Deluxe. So you can expect that one.
Oh,
in
Baruch
your
Deluxe
future
coming
update
afterwards.
will be coming next.
Yes.
But that means that we have, after Baruch Deluxe goes out, we have finally
Caught up?
caught up to the things that we have shown.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we have a lot of deluxe skins.
Congratulations to us.
Yeah. Wow.
You don't like the outer shell, you just like the inside.
Yeah.
Fair
And then
enough.
we're not going to show deluxe for. We're gonna figure out how to show them.
Yeah, we're done.
But yeah, very
Closer to
excited to
the
be.
release. That's amazing.
Yeah, we're gonna have a blank slate. Like who could be next?
We get very excited about deluxes just because they are so incredible. So we love showing them, but we're gonna try and do something a little different. Show them when they're a bit more ready, as opposed to just like, hey, look at this.
Well, we'll
see
see.
in a year.
That's might not be true next DevStream. Who knows?
I have all the
Yeah,
powers.
exactly.
I could. Well, remember what Steve?
Yeah, you're right.
Bring whatever he wants.
He brings whatever he wants. But
Which, speaking of,
bring whatever we want. Included.
going on?
Sorry, been a lot of copying.
Can you draw us a deluxe right now?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it.
Can
live.
On your
do.
shirt,
Yeah.
on your 6x6.
Brought the lipstick.
Actually, which deluxe has the most abs? Probably Frost Harka.
Right. That's a beard hair.
It's a beard hair, I swear.
All right.
Why did you
Oh, okay.
anyways, something a little more to feast your eyes on, other than the 6x6.
Actually, can we go back to the graphic recap of everything?
I wanted to look more at the abs.
recap
Lewis Prey.
Lewis. Oh no, the Duviri 2023 Lewis
Okay.
Prey and crossplay because I do want to talk a little bit about that. So next week you get Echoes of Veilbreaker. It has new stuff and fixes and quality of life and new things to play. And then default Hildren. Good point. That's definitely Taylor on Warframe today. But yes, we do have the Lewis Prey update this year. It's going to come
Winter
out
2022.
It's going to come out later this year, wintertime, and you'll be able to play that new frame, game mode with the twist, with some more things to earn.
Okay,
Don't worry
so
about the
yeah,
acid I already
so
talked
so
about.
literally on Wednesday,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Wednesday or
Oh, there you
Thursday,
go.
it's gonna
There she
be
is.
Yeah, and then I just wanted to
Veilbreaker
let everyone know that
Echo,
the
and then
cross-platform
Christmas
play-
around Christmas time it's gonna be Lewis Prey. Okay,
Okay, I'll shut up. Never mind.
Something like that.
Ignore me.
Do a plat prize. We're at like.
Just do a flat price.
Just do a flat prize and ignore me for the rest of the time.
Why don't you look at me? Look at my sheet.
The Grimlaw never lies.
480 or so to 8 to 90,000 though. That's not bad.
1,000 platinum gone to who?
Kawa, Mord, Jert.
No, it's Mod.
Oh, I am
RT.
getting ahead of myself.
Major.
There's so much more in Lewis Prey. It's okay. I'm lying. Let Megan run the show. I'll shut up.
Okay,
It's okay.
This
Just phone number and check it.
No, don't get your phone here. Whisper the Warframe Twitch channel you're watching right now with your in-game alias platforming play Warframe on, and we'll get you 1,000 platinum. Congratulations. Backtracking a little bit, shall we? Back to Lewis Prey. We'll talk about
Okay.
cross-platform play in a hot minute.
Oh.
But I want to go back into a little bit more Lewis Prey.
Okay.
Zaku Deluxe, like we just showed, work in progress. Progress is being had. Also coming with Zaku Deluxe, which is what we showed at TennoCon this year, is a Lotus skin.
And if you know, you know.
If you know, you know.
Oh.
So this is the art, the concept art by the amazing Lager that we did show at TennoCon.
So good.
Just giving
Wait,
a
did
bit
we
of a
actually see this at
reference to what we're
TennoCon?
talking about. And then here we have the, again, work in progress in engine, making it look beautiful. The Lotus skin
Okay.
is going to be a part of the Zaku Deluxe collection, if you
Ooh.
know.
Impressive.
Yeah,
Wow.
incredible detail. Very challenging piece because you have to think about how our rigging and cloth and everything would work with it, and it's just going to be stellar. Can't wait to see someone replay the second dream with that.
That's
It's going to be.
I look at that and I'm thinking
So
that's.
very, very excited.
I look at that,
Yeah, incredible artistry.
and my immediate
One of
thought
you
is
guys gotta cosplay
that is a that's a very ethnic looking
Well,
look.
do you
Different I
pay
did.
for the supplies?
I think it could look pretty good.
Have to.
Is that expensive?
That'd be a lot.
Expensive.
It'd be a
But the idea that the
Silk
default
to make the
skin color is
sleeves.
green, I think is pretty
the
hilarious.
finest.
I wonder if that's
Also
supposed to mean
coming
like
in
something. I don't
Lewis
know.
Prey, and we did talk about this last time on the DevStream. We have a little bit more information, but we are doing a Grendel rework and a bunch of Ureli changes as well. Grendel rework we're not going to get into right now because we did talk about it last time. But what we didn't talk about last time was the Ureli changes.
Yes.
Wait, did we talk
And
about the
I'm just
Grendel
gonna go over them.
the Grendel rework last time?
Quickly.
I don't even remember what the details were.
Her passive. As we know, the critical flow buff that increases critical chance on her secondary when she until she stops moving. We're going to do a little bit of forgiveness before that critical flow buff removes if you stop moving. So a couple seconds of forgiveness there. So if you stop moving, you're not going to get rid of your passive right away.
Okay,
And then
that's
for
good.
sea snares, we're going to increase damage taken by enemies captured by those bubbles by 2 times. similar to a bit like Neja's ring.
Oh, okay,
And
cool.
then Marilina, one that applies to also K drives as well, is preserving Marilina if you go into operator mode. So imagine you're your Reli, you're on Marilina, and you want to switch your operator. When you do, your Reli stays on Marilina. And then that also applies to just doing transference on K drives. Your Warframe's on the K drive, you go to
Okay.
transference, you stay on that K drive, and you can do your
Is
operator.
that
talked about
how
Urali
we're
last
not
time?
delivering on operators on K drives.
I mean,
Because these don't sound
remember a
familiar to me either.
certain DevStream when I was once in your spot.
Have you guys ever seen RRR?
Yeah, well, bits of it, yes.
It's of RRR. There's a part at the end where it's like on the shoulders. where they.
Do you think we should have?
Yeah, the
Bruno gets all his
jump up
buffs
on
with
the
one button
piggyback.
press.
Okay,
We
okay.
have two operators in a trench coat.
You know what? That does sound
Your
vaguely
animation team,
familiar.
Can you make that happen?
You know what I'm saying?
And then last but not least, a change to Riptide. This one is making it, again, a little bit more like Neja. You're going to first press, creates a suction water ball. We love a water ball. And then after that timer is done, or you press it again, it's going to explode. And if you press and hold, it will function as it does today. So a little bit of a mechanic change for Riptide. And that's the Ureli changes.
She flows better.
I remember-
all of her abilities just work.
You know, somehow I vaguely remember the idea that like they're changing Riptide so that you can choose to have it explode and fling enemies out. But if you decide not to, it will just keep enemies grouped up, and then when it expires, but it doesn't explode and cause enemies to fly away. I don't know. I don't remember.
a little more effectively, and she does give you that sort of water Neja agility, except you're on your Marilina. So it is generally in every single gameplay moment-to-moment decision making, it just feels smoother. So.
And then she has a suction ball.
She's got a suck
Water
ball.
suction ball.
Suction
Water
ball.
suction.
Can you have suction?
ball?
Oh, that's a dumb question. You can.
Science. Moving on. Let's talk a little bit about, again, something we mentioned last DevStream, self-damage.
Yes. So self-damage. We've talked about it for many
self-damage.
DevStreams. So
Yep.
we once lived in an era where you could just explode yourself and ragdoll yourself into oblivion. We don't.
Shy's nightmare.
No, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. What matters is that you used to be able to, throw down your lens, throw down your Brahma. You would die if you were too close to impact. We totally took away self-damage. We added self-CC and self-stagger. And now, Prime Sure-Footed is sort of the mandatory mod if you want to be using those weapons. We
Right.
changed things with the ammo economy in our Veilbreaker update. And we currently have a prototype, which we're not 100% sure what we're going to do with it yet, but it is working to our specifications, and we're pretty happy with it. This is not a commitment in either way, but we just want to be pretty damn transparent with you guys about what we're thinking for self-damage, which is we are thinking of bringing it back, and this prototype is going to walk you through exactly how that looks. So, first of all, you cannot kill yourself. Your maximum threshold for damage is 75% regardless of your mod. So if you shoot right at your feet, yep, 75% of your health pool will be taken away. There is range, 25% far away. Any of the multi-shot beams won't hurt you. So for things like Brahma that have fragment, they won't. And then if you hit something that's kind of outside your control, you won't take as much damage. So he die, I chill. This is Pablo's contribution.
Thanks, Pablo.
So now this is slow. I think we have a slow motion version
Yep.
just for people that want to see it again. So what this does is the intended outcome of this.
So
change
75%
is
of
that
your
you
shields
just
and
will
health.
Be more careful with your massive AOE room clearers. You need to exercise aiming and a little bit of caution when you're using the, frankly, often most powerful room clearing weapons in the game.
Okay.
There's a drawback to you if you're a little clumsy, like shooting it right at your feet. You'll get that little damage, and then if you can't control something like that fall off, obviously it's not going to do damage to you. Direct hits, like we said, enemies in this game spawn by the dozen and dozen, so you can't always be in control of where they're going to move. So there's not as big a penalty there.
Okay.
And that shorter range for self-damage applies in that case.
Okay.
Now, important detail here is in this prototype, we have taken away self-CC. So all of this just exists without Prime Sure-Footed having to mitigate the self-CC. So it's solely a damage drawback, because basically what we have right now is it's only a CC drawback, and there's no damage. So the opposite of this prototype is, okay, now there's damage, it cannot kill you, but it also will never stagger you.
Right.
So that means mods like Prime Sure-Footed or just sure-footed are intended only for enemy knockback, if you're fighting Profit Taker, what have you. That mod is
Which was the goal.
Which was the goal of the mod, and in general, this is the prototype that
again?
we're working
No.
with as a way for.
So basically what the idea at the present moment is there is going to be a range of damage being taken depending on how closely your explosion is. And it's specifically the initial explosion and the initial explosion only. So what they were saying is with something like the Kuva Brahma, because the Kuva Brahma has a bunch of cluster bombs, those cluster bombs don't hurt you. It's just the main explosion that'll hurt you. If you shoot at your feet, so if the explosion that you are triggering with your Kuva Brahma, for example, is right in front of you, smack bang right in front of you, you will lose 75% of all your total shields and health together. That's it. So as it was demonstrated that Octavia somehow had 990 shields and 990 health. Lol. So that's about 2,000. That's about 2,000 total shields and health. You will lose 1,500 total shields and health to bring it down to about 500 health, or in that case, 495 health because they were a little bit off. The math is a little bit off, but it's fine. It's the same idea. Okay. If you were to fire at something that is further away, but just slightly close enough to still give you self-damage, you will lose 25% of your total shields and health, which is actually just 25% of your total shields and health. So if you have like, let's say it's Mag with 1,650 shields and 300 health. So the total amount of shields and health is 2,000, or a little bit under 2,000. It's 1,950, okay? If I were to use my Kuva Brahma at something that's further away, but is just slightly too close and therefore gives me a little bit of self-damage, I will lose 500 shields. Just a little bit under 500 shields. Okay? If I were to shoot at my feet, I would lose all of my shield. No. I would lose 1,500 of my shields, and therefore I will be left with around about 150 shields and 300 health. That's how that works. So the idea is that you won't die from it, but you will take your maximum. You will take 75% of your total health and shields. Now, the question on my mind, I'm not sure if that was demonstrated. I think the idea is that your self-damage can't go past that level.
Powerful room clearing weapons in the game.
So let's have a quick look.
Right at your. It's a drawback to you if you're.
So if I think what we saw there was like.
Way, but we just want to be pretty damn. Cannot kill.
So okay, here we go.
Walk you through exactly how that looks. So. First of all,
so there's one shot straight to your foot.
Your maximum threshold for damage is 75%, regardless of your.
So you just lost 75% of your health and shields.
Yep, 75% of your.
Does that mean that the second one is also going to take out
range? 20.
The question I think then is, because I think the idea is that you can't die from self-damage, but you will lose a massive portion of your health and shields. So it's a dangerous thing anyway. It means you will die faster from your enemies, but it won't make you die faster from yourself. The question on my mind is, if you do two explosions of self-damage, do you lose 75% of what remains? So, for example, you have 1,000 shields, 1,000 health. You shoot at your foot, you lose all your shields and 500 of your health because you're losing 75% of your total shields and health. So you're down to a quarter of what you had, which is 500 health. If you were to then shoot your foot again, do you lose 3/4 of the 500 health that you had remaining, and therefore go from 500 to, what's the math, 125? And then if you shoot your foot again, you go from 125 down to 31. If that's how the math works, then the idea is that you will always lose a portion of a portion of a portion. Depending on how much you have, you will lose a portion of that. I think that might be how the math works, because if that's not how the math works, then you absolutely can die to self-explosions if you decide to shoot your foot twice with a Kuva Brahma. But aside from that, I think the idea is that you can't insta-kill yourself. So you certainly can't insta-kill yourself. That seems pretty clear to me. But what I'm wondering is, if you do multiple explosions in front of you, can you end up killing yourself with multiple explosions? That being said, if you're using 2 explosions on your foot, you kind of fucking deserve to get killed. I'm sorry. You kind of deserve it.
Caution when you're using the frankly, often most powerful room clearing weapons in the game. There's a drawback to.
So you're still gotta
the
be careful,
opposite of
Chad. You're
this
still gotta be
prototype
careful.
is, okay, now there's damage. It cannot kill you, but it also will never stagger you.
But the idea is that it cannot kill you. Which suggests to me that, like, even in the midst of battle, even when you're losing health from enemies, if you shoot your foot, you won't die. The explosion that comes from shooting your foot won't kill you, but it will get you just that much closer to being killed by the enemies. I think that's the idea. That's what would make sense to me, considering that they're really focusing on the idea of. I just realized Twitch is broken again. Bro, what is this? Anyway, from what I get, okay, for everyone watching on YouTube, from what I gather, I think the idea is that you will not die from self-damage.
Right.
So that means mods like Prime Sure-Footed or just Sure-Footed are intended only for enemy knockback, enemy, if you're fighting Profit Taker, what have you, that mod is
Which was the goal.
Which was the goal of the mod, and in general, this is the prototype that we're working with as a way for those weapons to really stay as powerful as they are, and our ability to redirect how we could balance them for players that are using them with their little bit of attention to where you're aiming, so that you're not just sprinting en masse, shooting the floor, what have you. We've tried the ammo thing. This prototype is in a spot where there are going to be reactions to it, of course, which I'm reading right now. But yeah, it's different, and it is something that if we get our hands on it internally in the next week or two, we're probably going to, if we're going to release it this year, it will
So
be with
Obs
Lewis
is
Prey. So
constantly,
that's sort of the
Obs is actually getting
target for
disconnected
it.
for some reason.
We
I
will
don't know
have
why.
one more DevStream.
Maybe it's
before then,
Restream
I
being
think.
completely
Maybe not
screwed
actually,
over.
I don't know. But we will talk about it more with you guys in a dev workshop. I just wanted to give you some insight into where that does self-damage bypass shield gate. Right now in the prototype, yes, it's 75% of your pool of health and shield. So,
Okay.
Speaking of targets,
speaking of targets,
we just had a $1,000 anonymous donation that brought us over the 90,000.
Oh, congrats, everybody! 9,000. You unlocked their shoulder.
thank you, Anonymous. Wow.
Anonymous.
That's either someone that's trying to bribe us to not do that prototype, or really wants us to do it. It cannot be a coincidence that donation came in.
Thank you.
Wow.
Yeah, so just based on, chat's moving too fast, but I am trying to get nuggets out of it so that we can take the feedback from the stream and talk about it a bit more internally. But yeah, those are the prototype videos. That is the general way it's looking right now. And why are we doing this? We're just trying to keep the game interesting, and we're trying to balance things in a way that either gives players a bit more gameplay moment-to-moment decision-making, because there are ways where our philosophy for nerfing come into play here. And this is more of a redirect of how the AoE weapons used to work, bringing back self-damage and giving players that use these extremely powerful weapons just that one extra moment where maybe that aim does matter when you're going to clear the room. So,
Yeah, not at your feet.
yeah.
But it's a prototype.
It's a prototype. Yeah.
Working on it. All right. Speaking of working on it, moving on to maybe a couple more cosmetics coming in Lewis Prey. We have concept art here. We have 3 Void Shell skins that are going to be coming in Lewis Prey. Grendel is going to be getting, and his meatball as well. Getting a Void
No
Shell
longer
skin.
called meatball, but is meatball in our hearts.
In our hearts will always be
hearts will
meatball.
always be a meatball.
That's amazing.
But yes, Grendel is going to be getting a Void Shell skin and his ball, if you will. And then as well, we have Megan Frost. Dean, if you want to go over to my gameplay. Current-
Mag
sorry.
Void Shell.
I mean, not sorry.
I'm actually pretty excited for Mag Void Shell.
What the?
You're gonna lose it if you
I lose it.
Yeah, it's give items, so
All right,
it's not
sorry.
actually in the. You can just
go-
press up on the keyboard.
Oh, aren't you smart?
Up arrow and then do it again.
Yeah.
Tab, up once more.
I need
Just press up again.
I need this.
Yeah.
There you go. There you go. Hey.
That didn't fix the colors are still
Yeah,
bad.
that's weird. That
I
didn't
don't know
fix
if I
Yeah,
would call it
that's
fixed.
strange.
I don't think that needs to be fixed.
Is that broken? Like we haven't fixed that part
I'm
of the
just
game
trying
yet?
to show you
Yeah,
all
that's
the
weird.
channels, all the
No, it does.
channels.
It is cool. It,
okay.
it expresses
It's a
some
Power
of those
Ranger.
ideas.
Yes. Meg Void Shell is going to be coming in Lewis Prey as well. Let me just.
We're
have
back.
to change the frost.
Gene color.
You
change
will-
here.
Okay,
Give it
so
a
for
frost.
those wondering what's happening, for some reason, OBS was just straight up disconnecting from Restream. So that's pretty shit. But we're back, hopefully. Yeah, we'll let's just continue from where. Let's just continue. Whatever. If you missed all the things I was talking about with regards to self damage, because I think that's where we got disconnected. Essentially, the idea is if you shoot your foot, you lose 3/4 of your health and shields together, and if you shoot somewhere further, you will lose up to a quarter of your shields or health. And I think the idea is that if you shoot your foot again, it's 3/4 of what remains. So it's portion of portion again, potentially. I don't know. We'll see.
I'll just do this. I'll do this.
I'm proud of you.
Frosty.
Frost Prime.
Oh, baby.
Choices.
Holy shit!
Choices.
Frost Prime or Frost.
It's like
Frost
Galactus from.
It's actually got gloves.
Don't say that. Look at
I didn't say
you.
anything.
You said,
It's a Canadian.
Totally not, is what I said.
Totally
Totally
not.
not.
That's
It's a drink. It's a
been
drink I
in-game
make
for-
at home. Yeah.
Interesting.
And it has those
Nice.
colors.
Here we have. Oh, my sigil. Ignore that sigil. We got Frost Void Shell skin, and again, incredible colors, I
Yeah.
might add. Coming as well in Lewis Prey.
Yeah, and our Void Shell hopes and dreams, every Void Shell will come with a unique texture for you to use on that given frame, and then you can go wild in the customization with exactly what materials and what colors you want to go with them. So we redo the skin, and we give you some choice there.
There
The
you go.
colors do change, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
that
I'm
is.
just curious.
Hence the choice.
We're
To each
almost
their own.
over $4,000 just in the time we've been here. Like,
Amazing.
Rewatching the
Nice.
DevStream. Well, for me, I'm watching it for the first time because I don't watch it live.
$1,300.
Because when it's live, I'm asleep.
Yeah.
Thank you so
Meyer-
much.
Oh,
Well,
my
thank
God.
you.
Thank
Means a lot.
you. Thank you so
Our
much.
quest to conquer cancer is
Is ongoing. All right. We mentioned
Like
Nightwave.
literally, it happens at like 3 o'clock in the morning,
Don't look.
Brisbane time.
We
So
mentioned that Nightwave. We do have some new Nightwave coming. Volume 3. Nora's Mix Volume 3 is going to be coming with Lewis Prey. And what that means
Okay.
is some fun new things.
there's some. This is.
There, this
This is a
is
good track.
very
This
cool.
is a very cool.
I don't want to float our boat, guys, but this is pretty good. This is pretty good.
Or if you've been watching DevStream for a long time, you may get a finally moment here.
I saw finally in
Yeah,
chat. There
I
it
know
is.
I am.
See it.
All right,
Yeah.
so this Nightwave, amongst other things, there's a couple new mods. There's going to be a Noggle, lots of really great stuff. That Necromech that you saw, it is a skin, and we have a series of pistol skins as well. Here we go. Look at my tiny little
No way.
pistol.
Yes,
Amazing.
I would like to introduce everyone to the Protocol series of skins.
Oh,
these are inspired
fucking
from
finally!
a different time and place, but getting them into Warframe has been a ongoing.
oh man, these
so
were
cool.
teased like what, a year and a half ago or something like that. God
journey,
damn!
and this Nightwave is a
Finally.
perfect fit for it. It's going to give people that want these skins a new reward
No
track. We'll
way.
have some. Yeah.
I'm a monster.
I haven't seen these.
take
They're
us
great.
back. Take
oh
us
my
back.
god.
Yes. So that we
look
did
at that.
Oh,
We did some upgrades on the assets, and the protocol skins will be yours. They are amazing in context when you are playing certain missions with them. It
Look
is-
at my tiny pistol.
Yeah.
Look at me.
amazing.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
It's incredible.
Yes. And yeah. So
I'm so excited that. These
I know.
What a throwback.
Yep.
If you know, you know.
Yep. If you know, you know, and if you don't, you'll find out. So
Yeah, that's
super cool.
yes. Very.
all in the next.
And then there's sort
Yeah,
of like
that
the
one.
grand
Yeah. The
prize
old school
for that
weapons.
Nightwave.
Schneckmech.
Ew.
It only took them a year and a half to
When's
figure
the-
this out.
When's this?
Well,
This
okay,
is going to
yeah.
launch with Lewis Prey.
This is with
so there's
Lewis
going to be a
Prey.
new reward track for Nightwave. There's going to be the new survival wrinkle game modes, new frame.
Oh man,
and
that's perfect.
Yeah, it's going to be a good little end to the year. And then there's going to be
Yes.
some some nods and hints to Deviri to come in there as well.
And here we have the, like you mentioned, the big kahuna.
Yes.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry, no,
There it
I
is.
mean, it was there better, so whatever. This is the Proto-Necromech skin.
Yes.
Which
Oh, wow.
you have probably
Actually,
been seeing.
can we flash
Yeah,
over
to be
in-game
fair, they
just to
kind of
see?
like, they sort of teased it, and then most of us,
That's really sick.
I think most of us just
A
straight
lot
up
of people did
forgot,
spy this in the announcement
straight up
image.
forgot that it even
They're
existed.
"Is
Like,
that-
I
is that
hadn't
you?"
thought about it in a very
Yes,
long
no,
time.
Yes. I love the discussion.
Is that how they talk?
Yeah.
Proto-Necromech skin.
Comment with that
Okay.
energy.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, makes
Sorry,
sense.
Dean, you can go back to that. It's
very textury, that's for sure.
But
No.
this is, again, just a quick summary, overview of what's coming in Lewis Prey. Again, to reiterate kind
It's
of what...
loaded.
Yep.
Sorry?
It's loaded.
Locked and loaded, baby.
Yeah.
We got
Like my
that.
tiny pistol.
Oh my god.
Well,
Killing it.
Yeah.
Tiny.
My big bunker.
Maybe.
A big bunker and
That big bunker, tiny pistol. Go to war. To reiterate what we have already said in that roadmap image is Deviri 2023, but winter 2022 Lewis Prey update is coming. We're taking the Warframe out of Deviri, which is the Varuna wolf-inspired Warframe. Her 4 heads,
Yes.
and all of that's gonna.
for 4 heads.
Oh yeah, the Borona is literally going to be a 4-head Warframe.
And a great name
Yes.
designed by you.
All the names.
Yes.
All the names. We just did all the names. Just take them
Just
all.
take them all.
Great.
Now, that lovely roadmap image that we showed. Dean, you want to go back to it?
Roadmap.
Appreciate you.
Road again.
That third one, cross-platform play. Now you can talk about what you need to say.
Oh, here we go.
Got you, boo.
I got teed up here. Yes, so we have been sort of surprise launching tests on cross-platform play. Right now, PC and Xbox platform have cross-platform play. It's on, it's staying on, and we're gonna just drop a few more surprise tests
It's
at our
on.
discretion to monitor how we can grow and scale that with including our other platforms.
Yeah.
And that is a major priority for us. One of the important parts of our community is connecting them with each other, and cross-platform play is something we've been talking about for literal years, and we want to focus on it as much as we can. I'm not going to say it's going to be done this year, not at all, but we're going to try, and that's basically one of the tech priorities for us before we release something as big as Deviri Paradox is to get the community together. So
Yes.
we're kind of setting ourselves up for a truly united community if we can for that 2023 roll-in, and this year we are working on more surprise tests, turning on what we can, and you'll be able to.
Okay, so that means
hear from
that
us later. Maybe next
PlayStation
estimate, but
and
we're gonna
PC
be
might
by the
start to
end of
get
the year
some
for cross-platform.
random tests before they
We
become
aren't going to be
just
doing
on.
widely broadcasted test announcements. That's just not going to work with how we're enabling things behind the scenes. But as you've already maybe seen or heard with the community, PC and Xbox are on and have stayed on since October 6th, I
Yeah,
think.
Yep.
our second test, and we've kept it on.
Yeah, so yes, we're
Hey, and it works. It's actually been working pretty well.
Yes.
Like, I've not seen any hiccups, and I don't think any of the Xbox players have seen any hiccups either.
Like it's
Yeah.
really exciting.
So it's pretty
that,
good.
that we have the Xbox.
It actually works, so that's
We're
good.
making strides. you know,
Every
one
single
step at a
Archon
time.
hunt I've done since it launched, I've played with an Xbox person.
Oh, I
which has
love
been
it.
super fun.
Yeah,
So
prime time. We've been playing with the Xbox people.
Yeah,
Like, it's so fun.
And Nintendo Switch and PlayStation, we're hoping to get you in there next, but we're not going to announce when. I think if you already Google Warframe cross-platform play, there's too much
Yeah, there is.
incorrect information. So what we want to do is just get it all in position on our terms internally, turn it on when we can, and then we can officially launch it.
Yeah.
And then there would be like a single.
It's
And when they officially launch it, it's essentially been active for about 3 weeks, and they'll be like, oh yeah, by the way, it's officially a thing now. And we'll be like, oh, okay, cool. So literally nothing different then.
And then I saw a question in chat. Again, crossplay is our first step, and then next year cross save. We want to get cross-platform play obviously working.
I had arbitration
for
ones with
everyone
Xbox players,
before
pretty
we
good so
tackle
far.
the
Yeah.
more of a hurdle as cross save. A lot of things to consider there, but one step at a time.
Yeah, there's not been
cross-platform play first.
any issues.
And like you
At
said,
least in
we'll have a little
terms of crossplay.
silent celebrations, if you will.
Tech test.
There is a forum post by the wonderful D.E. Dudley about the current crossplay test. There's an FAQ there and stuff like that. So if you are curious, that is where is going to be updated when these other tests
That'll be
do
the source
happen.
of all truth.
The source.
Single
Dudley's the source.
Yeah, you got to have
My
a single
man.
source of truth. We got to start containing the cross-platform play things.
Sorry, speaking about the community, just one more thing.
Yeah.
We just got another massive donation from Quake Slate of $1,500.
$1,500.
So we are now at $93,600.
Oh,
We are closing in on that 100.
Good people.
Oh my God, I'm not prepared. I'm not prepared to do anything about that one.
And I
Thank you
know
so
we've been
much.
calling out the big ones, but every donation big as fuck.
For those watching on Twitch right now, Ops is experiencing some sort of network issue as well. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. It's not even a rainy day. It's a perfectly good day. Maybe it's a sign I should probably go outside.
All these incredible people coming together for this. So thank you so much. If you've donated or just being
Good thing
here
I'm
and
recording
being
the whole
supportive
thing.
of it. Appreciate you. Love you. Thank you so much.
Indeed.
Shall we move on?
Okay.
All right.
What else is there?
Classic rendering.
Yeah, I'm gonna talk tech if Steve's not here.
Hello, Steve.
Yeah, hi.
Can
All
you change
right.
your name to Steve real quick?
Yep. So rendering, we sort of soft launched our enhanced renderer maybe a year and a half, 2 years ago.
2 years ago.
I'm trying to think of when we actually. The pandemic has
Feels
been
like
a
it,
blur.
yeah.
I have no sense of time. But I do want to talk about what we're going to do with all of our classic versus enhanced rendering moving forward. Which is to say that the current state of development on art, on code, is we're maintaining two rendering techniques. We have our classical rendering technique, which is something that works on last-gen consoles, and then we have our enhanced renderer, which is what brings all the new hotness when our art pipeline and everyone can work in this world.
You're the art.
You're the art hotness.
You're the hot.
Yes.
You're the art hotness.
Yes. So I want to show people just the difference, even in something as new as Angels of the Zariman. What we're looking at now is the classical rendering. So if you're a player going through this, you're like, wow, cool, we're in the Zariman. But if you're running enhanced, you get decals and you get just better graphics with our enhanced renderer. And as you can imagine, we need to make sure our assets look good in both, with obviously focus on the enhanced. So we are going to be phasing out the classical renderer, hopefully before Deviri. That is our plan, and there's a couple of reasons for that. So even in the Plains of Eidolon, you can see the difference. This is using the classical renderer, and then we can go right into enhanced, and it is, well, it's day
Yeah,
in
it's
the
a lot
Plains,
better.
but it is night and day when you look at the details and even in the shadows there. So now, you're saying rest in peace, my PC. What we're going to do is, well,
Sorry if I'm spoiling.
that's okay. Okay, we'll take a look at Deviri. This is things you saw in the Deviri demo, but even the way Deviri looks in classic, this is enhanced, and then take another look. I think we have one more example in the town square. This is classic, and this is enhanced.
That was
So these are all
classic?
scenes from- You
Fuck.
can imagine the TennoCon demo would have felt a lot different if you didn't have that enhanced
Yeah,
detail,
well,
from the decals to the shadows.
Well, let's just see what they're going to say
There
about
are
it
a lot of
because
people who are worried.
because
There
my
are people
immediate
worried,
because like
but
the idea that the classic
because
renderer was made for last gen consoles, but the enhanced renderer is made for like current gen. It kind of makes me think like, ooh, does that mean that like it's no longer going to be available on PS4? But I think let's hear what they have to say.
The reason we're not releasing this like right now and just turning it off is because we want to make sure that it will perform to what a player has their baseline Warframe performance.
We want Switch players.
It is a huge tech undertaking, and it is
You're
going
on old
to
school renderers, are
unify
you?
the way we approach doing art for the game and the code.
How's
we
it going,
have to manage.
Shin?
So if there's a single source of truth for rendering, it's going to unite all of those departments so that they don't need to be living in two worlds with every single asset we produce and how it's going to look and how it's going to run. So our goal is to get all of those last gen consoles running enhanced. It's not that we're going to take them away. That is not what I'm saying. We're going to get them running it, and we're going to be working on that. And we will keep you
enhanced
posted
on old generation
what levels
consoles.
We're looking
Okay,
at
good
and
luck.
how we're going to get there. But it's important for things because the enhanced renderer frees up some interesting customizations that right now would only work in enhanced. So maybe if there's a certain character that you met in the new war that could have really cool face tattoos, that's something that currently enhanced rendering supports. And there's a whole school and world behind the scenes that we're working on there. Which
Kratos, what do you know about
what do you know about face
tattoo?
tattoos? Isn't it? It's paint, right?
I was born in the
Enhanced on mobile.
Oh, I know Kratos has to be. Kratos can be.
Yeah.
Okay, interesting.
Well, look, if you're using shit phone 8,
And just because.
then yeah, you're
what's
probably
easy
completely
to do.
screwed.
And of course,
But if you're using like a decent phone, hopefully it'll play
They will
fine.
come out with enhanced.
Right, they're only
That there will be no classical for a game called Soulframe.
Thanks, Steve.
We'll see what
I've never
happens.
heard of that
Look,
game.
I don't know what's
Never.
going to happen. I'm sure they're keeping everything in mind.
Oh, that's harsh.
Oh, damn.
Listen to my self-roasting.
Yeah, you.
It's okay. You were Steven it.
It's all right.
I can't even run Genshin on 35. I don't even know if I can run Genshin on my phone.
12 minutes
My phone's
over
an
time.
S9.
We're just having such a great time up here.
This is cool.
Do you want to go
I don't know
over
if I can run
a couple
Genshin
more
on my
things
phone.
before we depart?
One of them might be maybe please add facial hair. We're working on it. We're working on it.
We got the
have
model right here.
We have a model.
Of both the things that we're trying to work on.
Yep.
Thank you for modeling.
Pretty
that.
great, Oz.
Okay, very good. A couple more things, couple reminders. Next week as well, Echoes of Veilbreaker is coming November 2nd.
wailed on
also
Warframe,
launching
nice.
is the rotation of Prime Resurgence. We mentioned this on the DevStream last time. A little bit
enough.
of reminder art. Valkyr and Saren Prime are going to be rotated into Prime Resurgence with the Barzia. Rotated, so you can acquire them.
Welcome
for
back,
your
Alchemist.
your
Welcome back
rewire,
for the
whatever it
third
is you
time.
wanna
Yeah.
do. Get
Look.
their goods,
Okay.
get their
Okay.
relics.
It's Restream. For some reason, the servers at Restream are completely cucked right now, and my obs is disconnecting randomly. I've set it to specifically choose the Sydney one. Let's see how that turns out.
That will be a rotating
Sarah in all
out
caps.
next week.
People have taste.
Yeah.
I mean, okay. Next up, as well, it's November next week. Which
Thank
is
you for the reminder.
lovely.
Loving it. Loving
Sorry, apologies. But what comes with November? Movember.
it. Just point at Eric.
Ah, yes, the Warframe
We are going to be doing
moustaches.
Movember again this year. We're going to be turning those mustaches back on all platforms as well. We'll be running our classic Movember contest of capture. Get those mustaches ready on your frames. If you're ever wondering, damn, what does Stynax look
Okay,
like with
fair
a
enough.
mushroom? With a mustache? With the mustache? You're going to find out next week when we launch the mustaches on all platforms again. Fun times ahead for Movember. We will be doing that for the whole month of November, as one does.
And that is one type of facial hair that's coming. That isn't what I meant.
That isn't what you meant.
Only with
Coming at all.
Only with enhanced.
Wait, can we put those moustaches on our operators?
That is not what I meant.
No, that's not what you meant.
You'll see.
Other
They're
hair
auxiliary,
in
right?
other
But so they're not
places.
ephemeras.
One quick note about the Tenogen program.
Imagine if we could put those moustaches on our operators.
Tenogen artists. A, we love you.
yeah.
B, there's a couple changes coming to the program. There will be a full post up brought to you by the wonderful Taylor King. But basically what we're doing is we're going to be removing around deadlines and we'll be reviewing submissions on a frequent interval schedule. There's a lot of reasons detailed out in the forum post about this, but the goal is to change and reduce the timeline between submission, feedback, acceptance, and finally going into the game. If you're familiar with our cadence of Tenogen, you know it's kind of grown apart as the years have
Yeah.
gone on, just how we've,
Yeah, we all
switched.
kind of do them in batches,
We
right?
do them in batches. We're, as clearly we're trying to do it on all platforms at the same time. So there's a bit of a timeline with that. So instead of, making a hard deadline, which also affects the artists as well, with having to, see that deadline grind out, a potential Tenogen, which burns them out, all that stuff we want to avoid. So we're just going to be doing a bit of a frequent internal schedule. We'll still be doing feedback to the artist. We'll still be talking to you, but you'll hear from us when we start doing these internal schedules.
Yeah, I think it'll be a really refreshing change. We've been sustaining the program, I think, since 2015, back when Carrie and I started it back in the old days.
Yeah.
Shit, has it been around? Has Tenogen been around since
It's
2013?
come a long way since then, and it definitely.
I thought Tenogen was around since
the
2015.
round approach, there's just too much, and the team
2014.
hasn't really,
I
God
didn't really think
damn.
about the crunch that is
God
sometimes with that deadline,
damn.
too.
Yeah, we don't want
and
that.
that's not
It's been on for ages.
So it's going to just be,
I thought you said 15.
making them as they come in.
Yeah,
So
there will
I
be
heard
a
30.
much
Whatever.
bigger, better spoken.
It's been around for ages. That's the main takeaway.
We're really good.
Yeah, we are
Everyone's got it.
Taylor's the expert, and she has a wonderful draft written up on the forums, I do believe. So you'll be able to check that out if you're a Tenogen artist. Of course, we'll make this known to our lovely Tenogen artists as well. And that kind of wraps up all that I had. You have something else?
Oh, one more thing.
I'm thinking.
Into my books I go.
Into my grimoire.
What does the grimoire have?
This grimoire was a 2018 notebook when we were talking about releasing. 2018 August. It goes back, but that's not as interesting as anything else I have to possibly say, which
Very
is
good.
some chat interaction. So let's see what
let's
I
chat.
think. So when you're marking your calendars for gearing up for Warframe, you will get something next week.
Can we go back to that roadmap, James?
No, you don't need it. You don't need it.
Oh, I love
Next,
it.
so yeah.
Okay, I think it's just going to be banter and shit. So, yeah, Shin. What they've said is that now that Xbox, like the Xbox PC crossplay thing, that is basically going to remain active, and the whole surprise testing that happened with Xbox is going to start happening again for other platforms. Now it's unclear if it's going to be PS4 first or if it's going to be Switch first. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, but the main takeaway is that like if you're on Xbox, you're already capable of playing with PC players constantly. So that's just going to be a thing. We'll see what's happening with PS4 and Switch players afterwards. For those watching the video version of this when it's on the channel, literally a day before Echoes of Veilbreaker. Thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to like and subscribe. Otherwise, hope you guys enjoy this. Until next time, I'll see you guys later. Wow, screwed up this outro big time. Until next time, I'll see you guys later. Thanks for watching. Peace.